Hey everybody, it's Chase Carpenter off YouTube coming back at you with another rapid reaction video for the Kentucky Wildcats. This is also going to be a prediction game for the Kentucky-Georgia game this weekend. First off, what can you say about these last few weeks? The Vanderbilt game was definitely one to It was an okay game for the Wildcats, nothing too special, but a win is a win. And you took down the Commodores in Nashville whenever their stadium was under construction and a lot of distractions. A win is a win, and you still got it, like I said. Now let's recap the Kentucky-Florida game. We really need to give a big shout out to Ray Davis. Almost 300 yards rushing. What a guy. He had 280 yards, and he should have had the all-time record. I don't know why Stoops did not let him get the record, but he had one heck of a game. Florida had no answer. In all honesty, we shouldn't have given up any points to Florida. They were just outmatched by the Wildcats all throughout the game. And you had big plays by Octavius Oxendine, Dion Walker, Alex Afari, Hairston, Weaver. There was just so many plays that happened with Kentucky's really good defensive players. Also, shout out to our kicker for making a 50-yard field goal. I know that was something that we really struggled with last year, and I just thought it was right to mention the kicker. Also, one last thing about the Florida game, just big shout out to all of our offensive line in the Big Blue Wall. There was numerous good performances, and I would just like to shout all them out. Also, speaking of O-line, the Tanner Bowles, Cox, and all. If they can have another big game Saturday versus Georgia, it could be one for the ages. But I want to go a little bit off topic here before we get into the meat of the Georgia thing and give a big shout out to my good friend from Taylor County, who's a big football stud, who will be coming to the University of Kentucky this next year, Hayes Johnson. He is a stud for Taylor County. If you all do not know the story, basically what happened is we were both trash talking each other on KSR on Friday before the Russell Taylor game, and he definitely had the better end in that, and it was just fun to get to meet him and to see how good he actually was. Now let's move on to the Kentucky-Georgia game. If Kentucky were to win this game, just think of the implications. They would be in a New Year's Six bowl. They would more than likely be in the college football playoff if they only have one or two losses. And they would be representing the East in the championship game in Atlanta. Now, Kentucky obviously hasn't been in the playoff yet. We've been to Atlanta one or two times, but not in recent years. And that would just be a big step for Mark Stoops and all the stuff we're trying to do. I know if we were to win this weekend, it would just be a big party in Kentucky all weekend. The key to the game for Kentucky will be stopping Georgia's quarterback and Carson Beck. Carson Beck's their quarterback, but Brock Bowers their tight end. Their tight end, Brock Bowers, is so good. But the only good thing is he's the only good one that they have. Normally in years past, they would have 2-3 good tight ends, and whenever they have that, they would just bring in new ones every time, and you wouldn't know how to stop them. This year, with all the good defensive guys Kentucky has, it should be a lot more easier to handle. Also, for Kentucky, another key to the game will be a big game from Devin Leary. He has not had a big game yet this year. It's mainly been Ray Davis and then our defense coming in clutch. Dane Key, Marion Brown, Tavion Robinson will all need to have big games. Also, if we can continue doing it on our special teams and our running back doing it as well, then that will be a really big key into helping the Cats upset Georgia. Now, I'm going to make my prediction for the game. I know everyone knows that I'm a massive Kentucky fan, and I'm going to be bold. I was bold on Friday, and it didn't work out for me. But I have faith in the Cats this year. If there was ever a time where we could upset Georgia, I think this is the year. The final score for the game is going to be 27-24, and our field goal kicker, I believe his name is Alex Rayner from Georgia Southern. He is going to kick the game-winning field goal as time expires in the game. I know that is a very interesting way to say that the game is going to end, but sometimes to beat the number one team, you gotta have crazy stuff happen. And as you can tell from how college football this year, that would not surprise me if that happens. But once again, I'm at 385 subscribers and trying to get to 400 by the middle of this month. And thank you all for watching another rapid reaction. And I hope the Cats can pull it off against the Bulldogs this weekend. Thank you all for watching.